Welcome back, everybody. Thanks for sticking with us. With me now is Ben MacMichael, who's the manager of the West End Food Bank, and they also the organizer to a really cool fundraiser called CANstruction. Thanks for coming on the show.
Well, thank you for having me.
No, our pleasure.
Yeah.
Before we get into CANstruction, I want to get a little bit of an idea of your food bank and what you do. You're out on Salisbury Road, is that right?
Yes.
So just giving us an idea of how that food bank operates.
Okay. We service the West End, like you said. We also help out with the downtown core area. And really, if anybody comes by needing help, we try to extend a hand, right? We have regular food bank. We do groceries and all that kind of stuff. But we also want to be an advocate for people that use our service. We also have a garden, the Garden of Hope. And we also are kind of involved in a lot of the food security efforts that go around food bank. So it's kind of a bare minimum to just hand out groceries. I've always believed that there's the more to food bank, and that's what we really feel passionate about. And just, you know, treating people with dignity, that's the biggest part.
I find that it's a recurring thing, and I know that it's a lot of like the Food Depot and food banks are always kind of pushing it. It seems that right now we're getting into a period where food banks kind of struggle. A lot of people will give lots of food around the holidays and that stuff, but then once you hit into summertime and deeper into that season, food banks kind of have a hard time. Is that kind of what we're about to enter?
Yeah, we have our peaks and valleys for sure. You know, Christmas is definitely a giving time, and the city of Moncton is just an amazing, generous city. But you're right, come January, February, we're kind of recovering from the cost of Christmas, and it's a bit of a leaner time, although I believe the depot has been stocked up really well, and so I think right now food bank situation, we're pretty blessed. The biggest thing I would kind of encourage people that before you go on your vacation, before you take off for the summer, and we all need our breaks, we don't fault anybody for that, but that's a really hard time for food banks because people, they want to rest, they want to break, they're thinking about the cottage, and if you can just put a few bags together for your local food bank, that would go such a long way to help people.
Now, I find a lot of great stuff is when you actually see some bins for food banks right at the grocery store, because I find that's just, it's so easy. You're there, you're already buying the food. It's a great reminder just to say, hey, let's pick up a few extra items and donate right there.
Oh, it's perfect. And we have such good partnerships with Sobeys and the superstores and all them. They help us out a great deal, so we're thankful for that. And yeah, anytime you can add a can or anything, one of the sale flyer items, grab a couple extra, throw it in the bin for us. We'll make sure that we do our diligence in getting it to the people that need it most.
The Food Depot is actually going to be moving into a new location, is that right?
Yeah, they really went out on a limb and they saw a need and they want to bring one food bank, one food center to Moncton, and it's going to be in the Garrison building. And you know, through wonderful partnerships with the government at all levels, that's going to happen, and they're shooting for a spring open date.
Do you feel like this is going to better serve the food bank community as far as getting all the food into one place and then bringing it out to the necessary areas?
I believe it is. I believe this is the best system possible for our city and for food banks. It's because when a family comes to the food bank, they're going to get treated the same no matter who they are. You're going to be one set of service, which right now it could be different at any place you go to. The amount of food each family will get will be fair. Not to mention all the resources we get. We can actually use them more efficiently rather than, you know, one food bank doing a food drive and a fundraising and another one and us feeling like we're in competition when really we're not. We're all trying to feed hungry people in Greater Moncton. So let's get serious about it. There's only so many resources out there, and let's get unified and be purpose-filled in what we do, and let's work together, and we can stretch those limited resources as far as they can go, and we can help our people as best we can.
Do you feel that there has been an increase? Because we always we've had folks here talk about New Brunswick economy, and it's obviously on shaky grounds. Excuse me, do you feel that in the last couple of years there's been an increase in people that are using these services? Do you see that?
Well, I mean, to share the stat that I share everywhere I possibly can, I've been doing food bank for 6 years. And the first year I started, in a busy month, it was 3,000 meals worth of groceries I handed out. And how I get that number is when you come in, I'm giving you 7 days worth of food, 3 meals a day. So that 3 times 7 is 21. So if you add up all those 21s, that's where I get my food count number. When I first started, a busy month was 3,000 meals. We now regularly reach 7,000 meals worth of groceries every month.
Wow.
And that's just us. That increase is being reflected at every food bank you go to.
Right. It's not like it's just your area of town, it's across the board.
It's the whole city. So, and I find that the demographic of our families that we serve where it was singles and families of two that are maybe just before pensions kick in, 50s, 60s, unemployable due to health concerns. Now it's a lot of families that are young, working poor, blended families, and so it's families of 3 and 4 or 5 people in one family, and often there's 3 kids under the age of 10. So
wow.
Bigger families,
yeah.
Younger families,
yeah.
That's the demographic.
Yeah. Well, again, the community's being hit hard, so it's sometimes it's just kind of the trend that kind of comes out of that. Do you have an idea of just the amount of people or families that you see on like, I don't know, like a weekly basis?
I'd say on a weekly, I mean, we're only open 3 days a week now, and we hope to change that. Maybe that's the vision for the new One Food Bank, better hours to service our people. But I would have to say monthly, the numbers I know are 250 to 300 families are food bank services. But citywide, the number is between 13 and 1,500 families that need regular assistance at the food bank.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's obviously something that we want to see, that number reduced, and I mean, the community is grateful for the work that you guys do, helping those people out for sure. You have this fundraiser called CANstruction. You've been running this for what, 3 years now?
Yeah, it's been in works for 4 years. This will be the 4th year, but it's only kind of been done 3 years. The first year we couldn't get it together in time.
Right.
But yeah, this is our 3rd official year, I guess, and. Yeah, we have 4 teams. What we do is we take cans of soup or whatever you want, and you build big structures out of it. And it's pretty amazing. If you just go on Google and put in CANstruction under images, you'll see some crazy things people build.
Well, we actually have some, I don't know if we can put some of these graphics up here. Like, that's just amazing. Now, this is all built just from canned goods and maybe a few other things that you would find at a grocery store, essentially.
Yeah, it's mostly canned food, and if you need like a bag of rice or something to pretend like it's foam on the top of a coffee cup, then you can do that. We've had that before, yeah.
Like some of these are just incredible. And I think we're like this Pac-Man one makes this.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. The next couple ones I believe are the ones that are from from.
Yeah, that was NBCC
from
last
Moncton,
year.
right. That's really just fantastic.
Yeah,
so the people that are doing this, are these like engineer students? Is it anybody that can kind of sign up for this?
Anybody can be a part of this. We actually have engineers that want to join us in this event, and we'll partner an engineer with your team.
Ah, okay.
So
you do have somebody who knows what they're doing.
Exactly. They use the computer program, right? So it's
sure.
safe.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
That's excellent. So what kind of planning goes into it? Because I assume you need to find out the colors of the cans, the size of the cans. Like how do people kind of get into this?
Well, I mean, if you're a business, then maybe you have a logo, or maybe you have something that's attached to your business that you want people to see, right? NBCC chose a boat. They did that because they wanted to show something that was very Moncton oriented. That was their motivation. So whatever your motivation is, you come up with a drawing, and then you put that into the CAD program. And the CAD program, once you have the size of the cans that you want to buy, which is based on your budget, you put all those things into the program, and it'll come out with a design that shows you how to build it so that it doesn't come crumbling down.
Oh, wow. That's
good.
That's good.
Yeah.
I figured that would be like my biggest issue. Because, engineering isn't my strong suit.
Yeah, me neither.
So then they build these big structures. How long do they have to build this?
They have a 10-hour window on build day, and so it's from April 7th to 9th.
Right.
April 7th, they show up early in the morning, we put all our cans in place, and then we say go. Teams get to build their structures. They're allowed 5 people in the build area at one time, but you can tag team in and out.
Okay.
And so you have 10 hours to build your structure and get it all nice and pretty. The next morning, we have our judges come and we do the judging, and they decide on different categories, like most healthy meal, most creative project. There's about 6 different categories we have, and unfortunately I can't remember them all right now. But the judging is on the morning of, and then we have an awards night the evening of the second day, so the 8th.
Okay.
And we hand out the awards, the trophies to the teams, and then we have it posted at the mall on Saturday at Champlain Place, CF Champlain. And then the public can go in and do their vote of their fans' choice on the Saturday as well. And so come on in, and you even have a chance this year to win a big prize basket. And so we want as many people in on Saturday to come and see and vote for their favorite.
Oh,
So,
right on.
yeah.
Is registration closed right now for groups?
We technically it is on our website if you see the dates have passed, but if somebody is interested and they see this tonight, we'll work with them to make it happen. If they think they can come forward and make it happen, we'll help you do it.
Right
We'll
on.
sign up anybody.